matchup that we're going to be anticipating. So why don't we take a look at what this match is going to play out for us between Rokso versus Iceburgy.
All right, so it will be the mirror match. I am so excited for this. This is one heck of a mirror match. Both of these characters, I guess the single character has such good mobility and such strong mix-up tools, but also such strong defensive tools that there's going to be so much on reads and conditioning and just being able to control this character, the big mirror match. And of course, we are looking at the side of Rokso, who will be the green Garchomp, Iceburgy taking the normal color on the other side, but Rokso already finding a few good openings, not landing a ton of damage from them though.
Yeah, you were talking about how, we're looking at Rokso as a player. We've seen that Rokso's constantly trying to apply a lot of that pressure onto their opponents, and meanwhile, here comes Iceburgy, though, managing to close in that gap, trying to talk on some of that extra pressure after losing a lot of that HP already at the start of the round, and now trying to retaliate right back, though. Pulling the trigger first is going to be Rokso. Mag is coming in and trying to attack on some of that extra pressure, especially with having that attack buff. It's going to be it to try to do it in if Iceburgy doesn't do something to get out of this corner.
Well, Rokso actually gave him a little bit of space, an unfortunate drop combo. He's going to get the run cancel into running two, but now Rokso is the one in the corner, and as much of a lead as he had, you can clearly see that can disappear instantly. He just needs to land a few more hits. The grab's going to be one, maybe just one more mix-up, and at the corner, oh, he jumps over, he's going to get the conversion, and Iceburgy with a huge comeback in one round, but that, of course, is how this matchup is going to be. We're in for the long haul here with this one, as any player at any life could easily make the comeback on either side.
Quite literally, given the opportunity, you're going to see that blow-up happen right here. Ooh, I like that, though. Burst into grab right now. Going forward, though, Rokso has a burst himself that he could try to utilize right here, although he's stuck getting hit so much, taking a lot of that damage in from Iceburgy. He does manage to get that grab first, swapping it right back over to the field phase, trying to take prioritization over the spacing and the positioning going in. The Omnis Wind coming as well, and does find that big opportunity to close in that gap and deal enough of that damage in. And again, he's still holding on to that burst, probably waiting for the right moment right now to keep Iceburgy off of him since he's stuck against the wall.
Yeah, the one big difference here is that Rokso has full burst, Iceburgy with nothing, almost definitely not building it over the rest of this round. And oh, he finds an answer though, finds a hit, doesn't get the full conversion, really needed that, and that's going to be really unfortunate as this command grab is going to lead to a full burst attack if he so chooses, actually chooses to save it for maybe one more opening. He might get it by 15. Okay, jump back.
Oh, he got away from the situation. Not again. No more follow-ups right here from the Victini. Instead, though, Rokso took a lot of that damage, and he still burned that burst for the most part right here. And that may be a run now, Chef, and keeping him out in the corner. Stuffing him out, Iceburgy takes the first game.
Yeah, that was not the easiest situation, of course, having to fight against the burst. However, of course, Garchomp himself has some of the best options in the game, even without burst to challenge burst. We see a lot of stuff like that jump X that we saw to challenge it. There's just a lot of, like counter options, like Stone Edge is always going to be a good option. You can find your ways to deal with burst. So really, yeah, like I said, there's no situation where a comeback would be unlikely in this entire match.
You already saw that displayed from Iceburgy right there, too. His man is landing over by the corner to still attack on some of the extra pressure. I like the drift back, though, at the same time right here. Rokso trying to figure out a way to reposition, but Iceburgy's not giving them the chance.
Oh yeah, not giving any chance to do anything, just locking down in this corner. The release X is going to hit, but only the very final hit, so it actually wasn't a huge amount of damage. However, hitting this, I think Dragon Rush is going to be enough. Maybe not Dragon Rush, I can't remember what that move's called. But the opportunities here, a full dig, just let it go. That's pretty surprising, very unsafe. And Iceburgy is going to go for the reset. Not a hugely rewarding reset because he's only mid-screen, but hey, it's a little bit more damage.
Yeah, trying to tack on as much damage as he can, and now with his Miss Maggie is out and about. Does manage to get that buff on the attack power coming forward, wants to close in that gap, tries to take full utilization rather on being able to run away with that buff, although he is not able to. Iceburgy did a really good job at waiting it out, but now with Rokso closing in that gap, he gets shut down and the Victini gets called in instead. Naturally, he doesn't get a follow-up like we're used to seeing, and instead does get that buff, though, right back onto Iceburgy, though. Now being able to try to find their way in. Look at this mirror match coming forward. The time is up, and Rokso, unfortunately, isn't there to match up with Iceburgy. Iceburgy already with such a strong start for the second game.
I am so surprised that we saw a Garchomp versus Garchomp match that ended up going to time. That was not something that I expected from this set, and I expected that we were going to see a lot of strange things in this set, but when you have two of the strongest rushdown characters in the game, them going to time, not one of them. I did love that Jump X trade, however, okay, here we go. Rokso going to get an opportunity here, and he needs to start winning some situations because he's already down a game in a round, and you do not want to go down 2 games in a matchup that can be as volatile as this one. But he's keeping the pressure going. He's landing the grab in the corner. Oh, great read on the in-air Jump X by just the normal release Jump X. Of course, it's the best tool at dealing with itself since it can beat these aerial attacks. Oh, and here we go. Iceburgy's turn to continue this pressure, not doing anything.
Ooh, this defense right now from both these players overall. The respect coming in here, Chef. Rokso still has that burst meter at the ready. So does Iceburgy, though. Just call in the Miss Magius here. Increase a lot of that attack power coming in and wants to take full utilization over. He cleans things up, and he doesn't even have to burn through his burst, so he'll be able to carry it on to the next round.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to get out of. That Miss Magius is so strong if you can set it up. Of course, it takes a really long time, and it has a really long charge time, so Rokso isn't going to get that as often as maybe we see just like Raw Victini, since it just basically lets you throw that out whenever you're safe. Now, though, right now, the Ninetales might be necessary to try and get out of this situation. It's going to be a very strong tool in this matchup. I know Rokso likes to use it offensively, but hey, when you're in this situation like this, defensively works too, and that is going to be a punish on the dig. Not if you joke you off just raw homing attack, and the raw 5X from Iceburgy, no fear at all.
Yeah, talk about being aggressive right here. We were saying, looking at Rokso, but Iceburgy instead going in with these aggressive options and still keeping up the momentum in his favor. He's stuck up against the wall. He may want to utilize that burst if he manages to pull a trigger, but Iceburgy is not letting him. The field phase swap over may allow that opportunity here, but that's going to be a tough situation if you're Rokso, and that's going to be a cleanup from Iceburgy. Now holding the lead 2-0.
Wow, and Rokso going down without spending his bar. That's a pretty surprising choice. I mean, he had to know that even if he got hit by just the tiniest thing right there, it was done. But, you know, he was trying to save it maybe for duel where he could lock in the corner a little bit better with it. And it ended up just not happening. So, yeah, Iceburgy up 2-0. Like I said, this is such a volatile matchup that, I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question to make a 3-0 comeback, but all it's going to take is just a couple wrong reads, and you might be out of this.
Especially with how strong of a character Garchomp is overall and the amount of damage output that can come in right now. Iceburgy is playing this so well, but right now it's Rokso. He's stuck against the corner, and Iceburgy still trying to apply a lot of pressure. I like the mix-up option right there to put himself into a better position, but I love how you saw it happen from both of them at the same time.
Yeah, that was fun. I think it was an attempt to punish, but unfortunately the whiff release X just begets another release. With release X, I can't even say the right thing, but here we go. Yeah, this is a tough situation. You're gonna guarantee it. You're gonna get hit right there, even if it was just a shield break. But it's not gonna matter. Rokso's gonna find the round anyway, and he just needs to keep doing this. He can't give Iceburgy any space over the next 3 games, or because one opportunity and it could just be over for him. Now he is fully charged on Ninetales already going into this round, which is going to be a pretty big deal. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him use it a little bit early, like right now, if there does end up being a reset. Oh, this is unblockable. Is he going to land it? Oh, he had to use that. He had to use that to get out. He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah, that was the best option for him to do right there, too.
Yeah, that is one of the strongest setups in the entire game, and it's an Iceburgy special. It is his unique signature setup, and I really was hoping we were going to see it today. Luckily, that Ninetales was available. Otherwise, that was a guaranteed huge amount of damage.
Although Rokso, though, going right up to Iceburgy to get him with that grab. He has that burst meter at the ready, but he took a lot of that damage earlier on within the round right here. The counter coming in, not going to come out, though, with Iceburgy still applying a lot of the extra pressure. The anti-air coming in. just trying to get the punish on the wake up right here. And I like the reverse situation that we're seeing from Rokso. That momentum is slowly shifting before our eyes here, Chef, with Rokso now dealing with most of the damage going into this round. The burst is going to be activated. You see Rokso, he wants to close this out as soon as he can. He needs to be this nail in the coffin type of play going forward, as Iceburgy, he's caught against the wall, and there's going to be a cleanup.
Yeah, that was exactly what he needed. If Iceburgy had one more opportunity right there, he might have been able to build his own burst to counter that. So he needed to close it out right there. It was a really good call to jump Y, jump a Hex. And now he is going to put himself on the board and start this tough path to a 3-0 comeback. We haven't seen one yet today. Will this be the first one? And Rokso, I mean, he has the experience, he has the ability, he's already shown off a really strong start to this comeback. I think he can do it, but Iceburgy definitely wants to put a stop to that.
Especially since he had finally built up some of that early game momentum, but now here comes Rokso with different plans, and with a great start to this round, Iceburgy already keeping Rokso pressure in the corner. Try to predict Rokso getting a little aggressive right there, but Rokso's actually shifted his momentum more so to a defensive approach in his playstyle, and especially since Iceburgy has not let him breathe once, Chef.
I love that they both do release X at the same time, a true mirror match, and it shows how truly even these players are. I mean, even the fact that Iceburgy won the first two games, these players are just going neck and neck, but Iceburgy getting another good opportunity here. Oh, the great call on the grab 8Y, and that's going to set up Miss Magius. He wasn't able to use that defensively, which was scary. He is going to get a lot of damage just because of Rage and the attack up buff from Miss Magius. Another grab.
Ooh, it's going to be trickled in together, too. Iceburgy, though, he has a lot of that damage on his side if he can find his footing, though. Rokso now taking a lot more of that damage on his side. Can he manage to flip the situation? Tries to go in for a different position. The Victini now coming in. Not going to find its land, though, onto Rokso, but does find that last poke damage to be enough to take this round.
And now it's match point for Iceburgy. Iceburgy, like I said, the underdog really of this tournament. Him and Auramaster for sure are the two that are really trying to prove themselves. And beating Rokso in the mirror would be such a big deal. He lands the punish with the perfect block, I think, on the counterattack. And that is a good start. But Rokso now setting up another guaranteed grab setup. They're going to see the block immediately. And yeah, that's going to be a critical. I mean, that was going to be a combo no matter what at the corner. So I appreciate the attempt there. But look at how much this is going to do. Half of his HP, it's not even shifted. He gets another mix-up opportunity, but here we go. We're going to see one burst. Are we going to see a second, or is Rokso going to hold on to it? It looks like he's being patient. He makes another great read.
Oh, I love this defensive playstyle that we're seeing from Rokso right here. He wants to hold on to that burst. Instead, he's shutting down Iceburgy, who was forced to utilize that burst to get out of that corner. Right now, Rokso barely taking any of damage within this round. Maybe wanting to hold on to it for that third round that we could potentially see right here. This could be the opportunity, though. Iceburgy, now he's stuck, and Rokso, he's going to try to clean things up right now.
Oh, he does find it. That was a scary situation. The fact that Iceburgy broke his shield meant that he lost the ability to use his own burst, and Iceburgy then took the Oki. If he looped it a few times, that could have been it, but Rokso is still fighting back. This time he's got the Ninetales. He could use it defensively, but he's instead just going to land the Stone Edge, and that's going to be a lot of damage at the corner. He's still got the ability to use Ninetales for Oki. No, he's just going to land another hit. Iceburgy has to find a really good way to come back from this shield break. That's going to get him further even from burst. He's going to use the burst offensively. He's got Ninetales he's going to use offensively. Oh, this is so hard to get out of. And he's, in fact, I think just not. I think that should be enough. And if it is, that means Rokso is going to win with a perfect and tie up the set 2-2.
What a comeback, Chef. Wow, Rokso. I saw those adjustments, and that was amazing. We were hyping up Rokso to be such an aggressive rushdown player archetype, but meanwhile, you have Iceburgy playing a lot more of that defensive poke approach, where he was playing a lot more aggressive than I'm used to seeing Iceburgy, and here comes Rokso making those adjustments in his favor to actually even out this set right now, Chef. Now, we are on our final game between both of these players to see who's going to be going home or who's going to be progressing through that lower bracket currently, with Rokso already opening things up convincingly.
Oh yeah, he's already taking the momentum here. Oh, but this is a big pickup. And oh no, a really unfortunate drop that needed to be a full conversion. At the very least, Iceburgy got... Oh, whoa, that was a really heavy read, but hey, that works out, I guess. And that's just kind of how this matchup has been going. But again, tries for the shield break. The Roksos realize that the shield breaks are working a lot. Oh, and that's going to be a full conversion. Will he get the side switch? Oh, easier said than done. He gets the side switch, but no combo from it. Still, he needs to take advantage of this situation. Oh, Rokso with some punish. That happens a lot. We've seen it before, even in this set. And again, a great release jump X. Uh-oh, here we go. The unblockable setup.
Snag is coming in and getting stuck in the corner right now. I would not want to be Iceburgy. Rokso now takes this round and now has set himself up in the lead over Iceburgy after being down 2 games.
Oh, and the dig hit's really weird, but yeah, he's now on match point to make the first 3-0 reverse sweep that we've seen all day. And that counterattack is going to be a full combo. Let's see if we can land it this time. No, again, the drops have been really tough, and there's been a lot of damage missing from Iceburgy this game. He was landing everything so well before, but now he's paying for it. And burst is available for Rokso. Burst not available yet for Iceburgy. He tries to backdash the counterattack. He let it go, he started it a little bit later than Rokso, which is super unfortunate timing. And here we go. Rokso wants to close this out. He just needs to find one more solid hit. But Victini managed to avoid it. Oh, jumps the combo that could have been it. And this one, I think this should be it. The scaling's really low.
Oh, where you and I are both at the end of our seats right here, and if this is it right here, Rokso makes the comeback, the very first reverse 3-0 comeback that we've seen all day. What a way to secure your spot going through to the loser semifinals, Rokso. We got our eyes on you, and what a way to take that over Iceburgy, who originally had the lead 2-0.
Oh, that is a